Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my channel, The Donkey Business. I have finally watched a Malayalam film after a very long time. I was mostly traveling and working on something else, and that's why I could not give my time to Malayalam cinema. But today I watched a movie and just finished it right now. The name of the film is Purusha Pretham and is currently streaming on SonyLiv. The translation of Purusha Pretham in English is male ghost, and I am here to talk about the film. Majorly, I have mixed reviews about the movie. So first I'll be talking about what the synopsis of the film is, followed by what I liked about the film, and then what I did not like about the film. So, what is the movie about? The movie is a satire comedy on the police corruption system, how they talk to each other, how they manage cases, what happens behind them not wanting to take cases so that another department can take it. It's about that. It is about a woman who is looking for her dead, lost husband and how the police community is handling this case and how much importance they're giving. It's about that as well. It is basically a very interesting concept, a very well written film. It has a lot to offer, and it is just, I mean, like when you're watching the film, you're gonna be like, oh my god, is this what happens? That's just so sad. Now next time I'm on the road and I see like an accident and I see 4 or 5 policemen talking and discussing intensely about something, I'm really gonna feel that they're actually trying to throw the case at someone else, or they're probably discussing something that we never even thought we would be discussing. It's wild out there. So the movie kind of shows you the reality of how cops are, but in a very casual, funny way. The first 20 minutes of the film got me very hooked and I was excited for the movie. Talking about the camera work in the film. The camera work in the movie is really good, to be honest, and I have a couple of things to say about this, because this is not a movie where your shots are very difficult or artsy, or you would say that, oh my god, the shot was so good and stuff like that. It's a very simply shot film. But what I liked about the movie was that the cinematographer has taken a lot of efforts to create frames which look cinematically good. The color palette is really nice. I love the whole style of the cinematographer that he used. I think that it was giving like a very young, hippie, but also a very serious vibe with the kind of lights he used for the kind of movie it was. And I really enjoyed the visuals of the film. Though it was not complicated, but he made it seem very like he's put in a lot of mind into how he wants to shoot this film, but it still looks very effortless, and that's something I really liked about the cinematography of the film. The direction of the movie is honestly decent. I was not the biggest fan of it. The director has used a lot of coordination shots in between where you will see all of the people tilting their head together or having coffee together and keeping it down, or like clapping together and stuff. Those nuances in the film was really interesting. I really liked that part, and it was creating like a very different style and its own unique experience in a kind of film like that. It was something nice to watch, and it went with the theme of the movie and got me chuckles whenever that kind of happened. So I think it kind of worked for him in his favor. The movie has good style in terms of direction, but I think that there is huge scope of improvement. It is not one of my I wouldn't say that it's a very well directed film. I think he has a lot of potential, and I am not someone to comment on direction because I haven't even learned direction, nor am I anyone to say what he did wrong and right, but that's what I felt as a viewer. And I think it was a very, very good attempt because the story is a bit complicated, but I like the way he kind of handled it, but it was not my favorite thing in the film. Talking about my favorite thing in the film, obviously everybody on my channel knows that I'm a huge fan of music when it comes to Malayalam cinema. I think BGM and music in Malayalam cinema is the best in India, and I think that in this film they have kept up to my expectations. And how? I love the music of the film. It was very funky, upbeat and cool, and it totally went with the theme of the movie, because there are times when it was funny and the music was amazing. There are no songs as such, but there's rap and there's really upbeat music, there's funky music, there's no like music that I didn't like. I think music made the film what it is. Music played a very, very big part in the film, and it was greatly handled. The musicians of the film, BGM and The songs have both done a great job and I really loved it. Watch this film for the music because it's just going to uplift your mood in all the scenes and you're gonna totally go like, oh my god, this music is so cool. Especially there were these typical beats that was consistent throughout the film, and I think that was amazing because when people were walking, talking, looking at each other, had tashan and like grudges against each other, that kind of music really worked and I totally loved it. The acting was nice. I have no complaints about the acting because all the actors were such seasoned actors that they exactly knew what they were doing. They had their own style, swag, they had their amazing screen presence, chemistry. I don't think that any actor outperformed someone or did not act well. I think they were all equally good and did a very good job, and I loved the acting of the movie. Now talking about some things that I did not like. I liked the movie, however, I had a problem with its runtime. The writing was nice and I had chuckles every now and then, but it started off very strong and then it gradually started becoming a bit off. It's not like it was not interesting or something, but there were some parts where I was like, okay fine, now move on, okay fine, now just like show me what's gonna happen. I really liked the end and all, but I just wish that it reached to the point faster. Some scenes and parts just looked very dragged for no reason, and it's a 2.5 hour movie. It's like you're giving in a lot of time to watch a film. So make it interesting or make it short. These are the only two options. You don't have to make a 2.5, 3.5 hour movie just because it's coming from Malayalam cinema. You can make shorter films which could do way better than just like making a very long runtime in films is something I believe. I don't blame the editor in this because it's edited well. I just blame the director and like the whole kind of screenplay he kind of wanted. This is not something that worked for me a lot. The first half of the movie is definitely stronger than the second half of the film. I thoroughly enjoyed the first half, but the second half became comparatively weaker, and by the end of it I was just tired and exhausted, but because the film was interesting I still wanted to see what's gonna happen. However, it's a good film. It's not worth 2.5 hours, and I think it's a very mood oriented film. If you're in the correct mood you will like it, but if you're distracted or if you're thinking something and you think that this mood will make your day, then it is not going to. So you really need to be concentrated in the correct mood, know what you're getting into, and then watch this film. I am a bit disappointed that I watched a Malayalam film after a very long time, and I was honestly excited for this one because I'd seen the trailer, Darshana is in it, and I wanted to watch it, but I'm a bit peaked with the movie. However, it's not a bad movie at all. I know that I might be sounding diplomatic, but I'm also like confused and I have mixed feelings about the film, so I don't really know how to put it across. I do recommend it, I don't highly recommend it, and watch it when you're in the correct mood is something that I want to say. However, I learned a lot about the police system. It's a good attempt in satire comedy. I've seen better in Malayalam cinema. I will not lie about it because when it comes to Malayalam cinema, my expectations are more than 10. So watch it. It's available on SonyLiv. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Probably I'm wrong, probably we're on the same page. Let's discuss it, and I will see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you.